Hello vinyl community, this is Randy. Back today with another video. Today's going to be a year-end wrap-up video. I've been thinking about what I wanted to do to sort of wrap up the whole year, and I already recorded one video that showed my my top 5 or 6 finds for the year that were either used records or reissued records. And so today what I'm going to do is I've given this some thought, so I'm not going to try to rank all the records, all the new records that I got this year, but I'm just going to show you all the records that I got this year that were recorded in 2022 and released in 2022. So that'll be, yeah, I'm going to show both jazz and rock. I'm going to rank the top 5 that fall more into the rock type category. I've been watching a lot of videos. I've seen a lot of year-end top 20s, and they, you know, of course, they've all been really good, really interesting. I just don't think I've seen any records being repeated from all the ones that I've watched, which has been quite a few. I don't think I've seen any repeats except that possibly Tom Petty. I saw him mentioned in a box sets of the year, and then also for his, I guess it was a 2 or 3 record set of his Fillmore shows. And I haven't seen anybody mention any of the ones that I'm going to show as my favorites for the year until I saw one video this morning. So I'll mention which one that is when I get to it. So, like I said, I'm just going to go through and show you all the records that I got during the year, and then I'll rank the top 5. So for jazz, View with the Room by Julian Lage. On Blue Note Records, Julian is a jazz guitarist. Joel Ross presents The Parable of the Poet. The Parable of the Poet. Joel Ross is a vibraphonist. Also on Blue Note Records. This was on cool green vinyl. Could have been one of my top 5 favorites of the year. This is a fantastic album. The Comet is Coming. Hyperdimensional Expansion Beam. This is just absolutely a fantastic record. The Comet is Coming, a jazz trio from England. A guy playing keyboards and synthesizers, a saxophonist and a drummer. Absolutely fantastic. That's on Impulse Records. It's cool. Orange vinyl. I think the orange is supposed to match the Impulse label there. Alabaster to Plume. Alabaster to Plume is sort of refers to one guy, but also a collective of people there in England where he records. And this is very kind of experimental sounding, avant-garde. You know, a little bit of spoken word in there, and basic black vinyl. There was one really cool song on here. What was the name of that one? Well, I'm gonna find it here. Yeah, Don't Forget Your Precious. Don't Forget Your Precious. Fantastic song, just sort of a song to remind people, I guess, that they're all very precious. Delvon Lamar Organ Trio. Cold as Vice. Organ Trio with drummer and guitar player from up there in, I think, Seattle or Portland area. And this is on Coal Mine Records. This is what we're hearing right now. Blue Note Reimagined 2. This is a group of British jazz musicians who have re-recorded some classic Blue Note songs. It's cool. Blue vinyl. Blue Note Reimagined. Mary Halverson. Mary Halverson is a jazz guitarist. The name of this record is Amaryllis and Belladonna. It was released as 2 separate CDs, and then they combined it into this compilation album. It was very much a sort of a mixture of classical and jazz. I think beautiful labels here on None Such Records. And I had to listen to this one some more. Haven't given this one enough time yet. Jazztronauts, Out of the Night. This is a guitar, trumpet, and drum trio. I think from up there in the New York area. This is instrumental jazz. All sounds really good. Very enjoyable. And finally, I got Michael P. Dawson's Hurtled Out of Heaven. This isn't really jazz. I guess it's electronic or experimental. Very interesting listen, very enjoyable. I was glad to get that one. That was on a self-released record, I think. It's on his own label there. So, now I'm going to show you the rock-oriented records I got this year. I only got 17 records that I would consider to be, like I say, rock-oriented records. So, I'm just going to show you the first 12 in no particular order. I would say about all 12 of these albums that I like them all. There's none of them I would return. I plan to keep on listening to all of them. The top 5, though, I will say really stood out. I mean, there was a clear separation between the top 5 and how much I played those and still continue to play them, and some of these others. I mean, I guess the only thing I'll add to that is there's a couple of these others that I sort of got tucked away back behind other stuff, and I haven't listened to enough yet to really give it a thorough evaluation. Peacock Pools by Pink Mountaintops. Stephen McBean is the main guy in Pink Mountaintops. He's the main guy from Black Mountain. And he worked on this album with former members of the Melvins and Red Cross. Absolutely, without a doubt, the worst album cover of the year. I just don't know what he was thinking of when he chose that for his album cover. Cool. Colored vinyl. Hans Puckett, No Drama. This is a band from New Zealand. Very much just a pop-oriented band, pop music. Very enjoyable. 3-minute songs. That is on this cool blue vinyl. Kikigaku Moyo. This is one that came with this Obi strip. I guess this was a Japanese import. I can't even figure out what what label this is on. This is sort of one of the records I was referring to. I kind of stuck it back behind some other stuff. I didn't listen to it enough. So it didn't fall into my top 5, but that's mostly fantastic artwork here. Mostly just because I didn't listen to it quite enough. A really cool album, though. A good inner sleeve with that one, too. Excellent artwork on that. The label sort of goes along with the other art. Delicious black vinyl for that one. Of Montreal. Of Montreal is really just basically Kevin Barnes, one guy, recording everything himself in the studio. And well, there's a lot going on in this record. It was good. I'm a big Of Montreal fan, and this one I think follows right along with some of their others. Not quite as commercial sounding as the previous album from a couple of years ago. Fantastic artwork, though. Yeah, very dense lyrics. There's a lot, sort of free-flowing words there. A lot of interpretation. A lot of possible interpretations, I think, for that record. Jack White released 2 records this year. Entering Heaven Alive is one that was maybe a little bit more laid back, a little bit more thoughtful sounding. Came with the lyric sheet there and this inner sleeve. Shows those pictures from the 1950s there. And let's see, this is on blue vinyl. The Best, Expert in a Dying Field. Another band from New Zealand. This is their third album. It's the second one I've gotten. Just, I would call it pretty much pop music, pop-oriented music. Female lead singer Elizabeth. What is her last name? I'm sure what her last name is, Elizabeth. And it's on this yellow vinyl. Yeah. The Best. Very cool. Album cover too. It's a textured album cover, and I guess her name is. It sounds like it must be Elizabeth Stokes on guitar and vocals. Jonathan Pierce on guitar and vocals. Benjamin Sinclair on bass and vocals, and Tristan Deck on drums and vocals. Some pictures of them when they were recording. Very cool. And so it came with this poster. It's pretty cool. Sunflower. I don't know about the other side. Anyway, it's cool that they included a poster for us. The other Jack White album that I got this year, Fear of the Dawn. I've seen this one shown in at least one or maybe two other top 10s for the year. These are just some inserts that Third Man included with that. Is the lyrics. That one came on this blue vinyl. Fear of the Dawn. Fantastic album. Really enjoyable. I would say that one is much more the rock-oriented side of Jack White. Entering Heaven Alive, maybe a little bit more pensive side. Black Keys, another enjoyable rock album from the Black Keys. Very dependable band. Dropout Boogie. Came with this insert, which is supposed to look like something you would get maybe in high school, sort of like a hall pass type thing. Something like that. And came on this pink vinyl. Cool. Sort of like a notebook label on the other side. The Pixies. Doggerel. This is about, I think, the third or fourth album they've released since 2014 when they replaced their bass player, got a new bass player. Band from the late 80s, early 90s. Good, solid effort from them. Cool inner sleeve with that. That came on this yellow vinyl. Kurt Vile. Kurt Vile, he's sort of more of a singer-songwriter type person than I normally listen to. This is sort of a change of pace for me. But I really enjoyed it. I listened to it a lot when I first got it, and then I sort of got filed away. I haven't listened to this for a while, so I got to get this one out and listen to it again. It came with, it's a 2-record set. Lyrics on both of the inner sleeves. And both of the records on this green vinyl. It's on Verve Records. So now we're getting on to my top 5. So this will be my top 5 for the year. Those others that I showed you, I mean, they're all good. I've really enjoyed everything I've gotten this year. There's nothing I would return or take back. But these 5 records I'm going to show now, I mean, they really stood out. I just clearly listened to them so much more than all the other records that I've shown you. So number 5 would be the Gabbard Brothers. This is on Karma Chief Records. It's straight ahead rock and roll. I mean, I wouldn't know how else to describe it. It could have been released in the 1970s, I think. Guitar, bass, and drums, not overly produced. Hang On Mama, the first song on here, fantastic way to start an album. Some harmony vocals on this. The Gabbard Brothers, really enjoyable. Karma Chief, delicious black vinyl for that one. This is the one record that I've seen somebody else show. Digital Gramophone showed this as one of his top records for the year. I just saw that video earlier this morning. This is Panda Bear and Sonic Boom. Reset is the name of the album. Panda Bear, the guy from Animal Collective. Sonic Boom had been in Spaceman 3 a really long time ago, in the late 80s, early 90s, I guess. They've worked together before on other records, but this is the first album they've released as a team. This on Domino Records. Fantastic artwork on this. And so I would call it, you know, just very much pop-oriented music, very upbeat, very cheerful. I had fun to listen to. Came with this insert. Carries on that same artwork theme. You can really tell the difference between the two vocals. So you pretty much know, I think, who wrote which song. And some of these were based on some, they took some samples from some songs from the 50s and 60s, added to them. I really like even the inner sleeve is part of the same artwork theme. Interpol released another album this year. I think this is probably about maybe their 6th or 7th album. They started in 2001, a band from, I believe they're from New York, up there. The name of this album is The Other Side of Midnight. I think this is the 4th album I've gotten by Interpol. This is fantastic. This is by far my favorite Interpol album. Has a very distinctive guitar work that they've had in all their albums. Also some keyboards in here. Starts out with keyboards. And sort of like, I guess, the sound of Alienation. Not exactly a cheerful album, but it's not depressing or anything. It's yeah, really interesting album. There's the lyrics and cool inner sleeve. That's on Matador Records. Interpol. My second favorite record of the year, M. Ross Perkins. Once again on Karma Chief Records, subsidiary of Coal Mine Records. M. Ross Perkins, E Pluribus M. Ross. Such a great record. So enjoyable. The first side is just very much like pop songs, very upbeat pop songs. The second side gets to be a little bit more psychedelic sounding. It's all fantastic, though. I think M. Ross did all the instrumentation on this. He wrote all the songs and performed all the music himself, all the instrumentation. So, really good. Can't recommend this one enough. Industrial Good Day mantra is what it starts with. Wrong, Wrong, Wrong was the hit song. I bought that 7-inch single. Song in here called It's Your Boy, which is so enjoyable. Very much like an earworm. Listen to that once, you'll be singing it the rest of the day. Butterscotch Review. Sounds like something maybe the Beatles would have done on Magical Mystery Tour or something like that. Psychedelic sounding. Excellent record. Karma Chief Records. M. Ross Perkins on this clear vinyl. Then finally, my favorite record of the year. Liam Gallagher. Come on, you know. Fantastic. There's Liam right there. I think he was probably photoshopped into this picture. Really excellent album. It's a straight ahead rock and roll album. Lots of anthemic type songs, fist pumping type songs. Liam Gallagher just has the best voice. He's really one of my favorite singers in rock and roll. And yeah, this is my #1 record for the year. So that's it. Be interested to know what you think about these. And I hope everybody's having a happy holiday season so far. Let me know in the comments if what your favorite records of the year were. And yeah, hope everybody's doing well, and thanks very much for watching.